Hey everyone, I want to tell you all about this hilarious game called Bad People. It says find out what your friends really think of you. It also says the party game you probably shouldn't play. So it's obviously a funny game. You probably should have a sense of humor when you play it with your friends. Not, be super sensitive about what is said about you. And remember that it's just a game. But so basically, each player will have a scorecard. The object of the game is the first person to get to 7 points wins. And you start off the game by each person taking an identity card. So each person will have their own card. They're just different identities. And once those are picked out, then each player that is playing will get an identity or a voting card for each player playing. So if you have, these people playing, each person that's playing will also get a voting card for those people. So if you have 7 people playing, then each person is going to have 7 voting cards. So that way you can silently vote for that person without saying it or, out loud. So once you have that, each player also gets a double down card. So if you're very, very certain on the answer, then you get a double down. You get 2 points instead of 1 if you're correct. And when you start, the dictator will be the one to pull a card, read it, and then they choose who they think is perfect for that card. So, for example, this one says most likely to not get the joke. So, someone that's not very bright or a little slow. And then the dictator will pick that person silently without anyone knowing by putting down that identity card for that person. So they'll put it down in front of them, face down, and then everyone else in the game will choose who they think the dictator chose. So it's not who that person would personally pick, it's who they think the dictator chose for that specific card. And whoever got the answer right gets a point. So another option, there's some that the dictator can fill in the blank. So it says, who has the best tasting blank? So whoever's reading the card, who is the dictator, can fill in the blank and say whatever they want, which is kind of funny. There's also create your own cards, where the dictator can create his own card and say whatever he wants. Another option, or another example, who has done the most walk of shames. So they're funny. It's supposed to be funny. You're supposed to make fun of each other. A lot of secrets come out. So you definitely should have a sense of humor if you're playing this. But it's so much fun. It's hilarious. Lots of jokes. I like to play with my family at family functions, or even like game night with my friends. It's a lot of fun. Highly, highly recommend it.